Along with Mark Amadeo, I'm Tony Senni. Maggie Sutton produces on the television side. It's Kevin Cunningham on the radio side as we come to you live from the Hy-Vee High School headquarters, Hy-Vee, making life easier, healthier, and happier. Also, our great partners like Gillette, the best a man can get. Land O'Lakes, trust the name where simple goodness begins, now available at your Des Moines area Hy-Vees. And also by Wheaties, the breakfast of champions, Nestle's candy with Butterfinger, Nestle's Crunch, Kit Kat bars, and also all available at your local Hy-Vee. Also, the Governor's Safety Council reminds us that texting kills. Log on to iagtsb.org. That's iagtsb.org. The Iowa Governor's Safety Council reminding you that it's thumbs down on texting. Well, let's get you up to date on the girls' state basketball tournament this afternoon. The Class 4A championship game was set with the 4A semifinals tonight. We know that Martinsdale St. Mary's has won the 1A title. The 2A championship moving to the fourth quarter. And here with the update on the Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance scoreboard update, Mark Amadeo.
All right, Tony, let's take a look at the currently in the girls' state basketball tournament. As you mentioned, the 2A final going on right now. Ottobet Arthur leads Esterville Lincoln Central by a score of 32-28 as we start the fourth quarter. Earlier tonight, in the 1A championship game, as you mentioned, Martinsdale St. Mary's a 40-23 winner over Arviva of Westside. So Martinsdale St. Mary's a 1A champs as Mackenzie Morrison led the way with 14 points, 15 rebounds, and 10 blocks. Earlier this afternoon, the 4A semifinals, and Iowa City West defeated Linn-Mar of Marion, the defending champs, by a score of 65-58. So Iowa City West tomorrow night will play Des Moines East in the championship game. Des Moines East, a 50-44 winner over Southeast Polk in another semifinal. So it's Iowa City West, Des Moines East in the 4A championship at 8 o'clock, and the 6 o'clock game, Davenport Assumption and Mount Vernon play for the 3A title tomorrow night, Tony.
Well, we know this. The boys' state tournament begins next week, and on Wednesday, the Class 4A quarterfinals get underway, and part of that Class 4A field, it'll be at 6:35. It'll be the Black Raiders of Sioux City East taking on the Ankeny Hawks in a key game at 6:35 in the Class 4A quarterfinals. And here to join us, the head man himself of the Sioux City East Black Raiders, Jeff Vanderloo. Jeff, thanks for joining us. I know that you're wishing Mike Rickard was here, but under the weather, Coach. But along with Mark Amadeo, we congratulate you on a state championship berth, tournament berth, and we wish you the best.
Well, thanks a lot, guys. Hey, I always wish Mike was there. He's fighting the battle for us down there.
Yeah, he definitely is your Chamber of Commerce spokesman about the God's country, as he likes to call it, Coach.
Well, I can't disagree with him. You know, I've been here my whole life, and there's no place I'd rather be.
Yeah, but Coach Vanderloo, we had Coach Betts on earlier, and he didn't say that because he coached his kids. So, you know, Tommy didn't say that.
Yeah, Tom had to coach his kids. I got to coach against them. It's a lot better to coach against Mike's kids than to be actually have them on your team.
Well, Coach Vanderloo, it's been an outstanding year. Last year, I think it was almost written in stone that it was going to be the Ames Little Cyclones to win or lose, and it came out to fruition with the great Harrison Barnes. But this season, everybody says, you know, this is a wide-open year, but yet you look, and it's Linn-Mar of Marion that comes in with the unbeaten records, and a lot of teams really in a very balanced Class 4A field.
Yeah, you know, last year we got to play that Ames team in the semifinals. We actually played real well and just got beat. But, you know, I'd have to say right now this year coming into the tournament, Linn-Mar is certainly the team to beat. And until somebody can beat them, I don't know why they wouldn't, you know, still be the team to beat. I wish we were saying it was East High, but Linn-Mar has proved it all year. They got the bragging rights right now.
Well, Coach, you bring a 19-4 record into this tournament, and you've got probably two of the tallest twin towers around. Adam Woodbury, outstanding young man, a junior, 18.5-point average, 12 rebounds, and a young man who, well, got eligible about halfway through the year. And I know his first name is Maddox, and that's as far as I'm going to go, Coach. I'll let you talk about him. But 7-1, towers over everybody, and you've used that to your advantage. You've got a 4-game winning streak coming in the tournament.
Yeah, Mading Thok is how it is said, and Mading's he's from Sudan, but he's lived in the United States off and on, I guess for about 3-4 years now, and super kid, great student, knows a few different languages. He comes from the southern part of Sudan, which he tells me all the time is that's the good part of Sudan for those of you. So kind of like the western side of Iowa is the good part of Iowa, I guess. So
wait a second, Rickard's not here. Wait a second.
No, but yeah, we certainly got those two big kids, and for a very good part of the year, Dylan Godfrey started inside for us also, and he's a good 6'8", 250 pounds, and they're those are three big old boys, and there's times we'll put all three of them on the court at one time, and there's times we only have one of them on the court. It just kind of depends on which way we want to roll.
Well, Coach, coming here to the state tournament, you know you've got the post play. Let's talk about the guard court. They're going to be very instrumental because at the state tournament, that large court, a little more bigger than the high school size court, going to 94 feet, extending the defenses and extending the talent out there. Talk about the guard court and who you're going to depend on. I know Alex Hemming, what an outstanding athlete he is. Does it on the football field, also does it on the basketball court for you.
Oh, Alex he's a fantastic athlete, and he's been on the varsity team since he was a freshman in high school, and he had a great year in football this year, threw for over 2,000 yards, rushed for over 1,000, and in basketball he comes out, and until we got all of our guys back, he was carrying a very, very major load of, averaging about 17 points a game, and now that since we've got everybody else back, he's, just dipped a little bit, but the other night in the sub-state final, he came through with a big night for us, and he's a very good athlete. I mean, he can go up and dunk it in traffic, and he shoots the three pretty nice. And he's a good player, and he's a great guy to be around. And he gets the whole thing about he's into winning games.
Well, Coach, when you talk about this basketball team, it's easy to say, we got the size, we've got this and that, but this is still a team that's very young, really, all underclassmen when you look at your starting lineup. So there's still a lot of growth, and they're learning as they go as well. A very talented group and a lot of expectations out of them. But yeah, you got to take a step back and understand that these kids are still learning, still underclassmen. Yeah,
there's no doubt about that. I've had to take a few steps back this year. One night after Helam beat us, one night after South Sioux beat us, but no, it's been a real fun year. And the biggest thing we've had to deal with this year is we've gotten kids back throughout the season. We started out the year without basically three of our top six guys, and Quentin Beelers, who's a 2-year starter for us, and has played in 3 state tournaments now. Blew his ACL, so we were without him until after Christmas, and when he came back, he still wasn't close to 100%. He's getting better, but and then we got him back right after Christmas, and we got Mading Thawk back. We got him about I think the middle of January, and then we got Quentin James back, who was out for a couple different reasons. We got him back about February 5th, I think was the date on him. So trying to add those guys into a team that was already kind of rolling created interesting chemistry issues, throughout the season. But it's been a real good year, and we really couldn't ask for better guys than what we got.
We're visiting with Jeff Vanderloo. He's the head boys basketball coach at Sioux City East. The Black Raiders come to Des Moines and play on Wednesday night. They'll take on the Ankeny Hawks at 6:35. Ankeny, the number 3 seed, and Sioux City East, the number 6 seed. Sioux City East with a record of 19-4. And Coach, as kind of Tony alluded to a little bit about some of your opponents, Western Christian of Hall, Helan, South Sioux, Nebraska, and Cedar Rapids, Washington were your 4 losses. As a matter of fact, I think I talked to you as you were traveling to Des Moines to take on Cedar Rapids, Washington. You played right before the Iowa Energy game here. And talk about that experience, because I know you wanted to play in the big court, the 94-foot court where the state tournament's played. But what did you learn from that game, and obviously playing a pretty fine Washington team out of Cedar Rapids?
First of all, I do not want to take nothing away from Cedar Rapids, Washington. They won the game. They deserved to win the game. It was probably our worst game of the year. I was basically, to tell you the honest truth, I was embarrassed the way we played after that game, and we had to come home, have a little come to Jesus meeting, and things are a little bit better. So hopefully we can come back down there and redeem ourselves a little bit, because that performance was totally unacceptable, and we got to get better. And yes, we're young, and yes, we'll still make some young guy mistakes, but the other loss is the South Sioux loss was the last second shot they made. The Helan shot was the shot as the buzzer went off, and the whole Western game we had them down 10 or 12 in the fourth quarter there, and didn't finish the game. Woodbury fouled out and didn't quite finish it like we needed to. And but the Cedar Rapids game, that one still kind of sticks in our craw a little bit up here.
Well, it should be an interesting matchup. 6:35 on a Wednesday night. Number 3, Sioux City East on the Iowa Sports Connection poll against number 5, Ankeny. Big matchup there in the quarterfinal rounds of Class 4A. Coach Vanderloo, congratulations once again. We wish you the best of luck and the best of health on this state tournament title run.
All right, thanks a lot. It's always good to have you guys wishing us luck.
Well, you know we mean it, Coach. We mean it to all of
Yeah,
them.
we play your hometown boys, Ankeny. I know you're all on our side.
Yeah, we got our Hawkeye gear on and everything for the Hawks.
Coach,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
cover the state from the Missouri to the Mississippi. We've got no bias here, brother.
And we got
Yeah,
Mike Rickard as your spokesman up there down here, so he's doing all right.
All right, boys. Thanks a lot.
All
Thanks,
right.
Coach.
Coach Vanderloo.
Yep.
Trying to squeeze us to his side, huh? Real strong. I know you can't squeeze over. You're a Dowling boy, so what can you say?
Well, you know what? All these coaches do a great job, and Coach kind of touched upon the chemistry part of it. When you have those kids, like he was going through the different kids becoming eligible, not eligible. Somebody moves up a spot. If somebody's out, whether it's through injury or whatever,
Helps for your depth.
somebody moves up a spot. Well, then when they come back, they kind of go back, and you kind of, I was playing here pretty well. So chemistry is a big part, and Coach Vanderloo touched on that. He's done a great job handling that.
Well, that becomes a mental part more than the physical part, because that they're physically able because they played, but now you got to get the mental game about them losing their spirit because now they're not starting or not getting as many minutes as they were getting. Well, to win a title, it takes a team, not a me or I guy.
Well, believe it or not, the kids and sometimes the parents kind of keep track of that, and that's not where it belongs. And I guarantee you, he said it was a come to Jesus meeting after Cedar Rapids, Washington lost.
Coach Vanderloo meant that.
And that 3-hour bus trip back to Sioux City from Des Moines.
No
after
movie.
Loss. I don't think there was a movie.
No.
I think I think they got the message. They've won 4 in a row since.
We'll take a break. Of course, if you hadn't listened to Friday Night Live last week, it was Ladies' Night as we previewed the Girls State Basketball Tournament. The 1A championship has been decided tonight with Martinsdale St. Mary's claiming that. OABCIG trying to take out Esterville Lincoln Central to win the 2A title. They're about 2.5 minutes away from that closing up. We'll get you wrapped up on that tomorrow night. They'll decide the 3A and 4A championships on the girls. But what we're doing tonight, we're previewing the Boys State Basketball Tournament here on Friday Night Live. And tomorrow morning on the Iowa Sports Connection radio show, we will do the same. We'd like to remind everybody that if you can't make it down to the Wells Fargo Arena for the Boys State Basketball Tournament, as we have done for wrestling and as we have done for the Girls State Basketball Tournament, go to 13now.com. That's 13now.com or iowasportsconnection.com for up-to-date scores throughout the girls and boys state basketball tournament. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more. We'll take a look at the girls state tournament as the results from today and tonight, and a look ahead at tomorrow's state championship game after this on Friday Night Live on the Iowa Sports Connection radio and television network.